Yo, 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 what's going on out there, universe? It's your boy! Hellavation, aka Fasted Sith, bringing you another video from the Galactic Empire. It is the Galactic Emperor himself, the Sith Lord of the Barbell, the Darth of Health and Nutrition, the evil Emperor of Fitness. Now, on to the video topic. And in this video today, I wanted to talk about my caloric sweet spot. Yes, I'm gonna probably do this segment possibly weekly, maybe bi-weekly. Don't hold me to that, but hold me to bi-weekly, but definitely maybe not weekly, because like I said, my macros aren't going to really change that frequently. And this segment is just me talking about my calories, my caloric intake, what kind of food that I'm eating, how I'm eating, what I need to change, etc., etc., etc. So my macros currently, and I will put them down into the description, but my macros currently is protein 212 grams, carbohydrates 530 grams. Yes, I know that's hella high, but don't worry about it. Fats 141, fiber 38 grams, and sugar, it says 170 grams, but you know, we're gonna try to keep the sugar as low as possible, you know, because I'm diabetic now, so I can't be, you know, fucking with sugar like that. So those are the macros. Once again, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Protein 212 grams, carbohydrates 530 grams, fiber 38 grams, sugar 178, and fat 141 grams. Now, granted, I know that those macros sound hella high, and somebody that's morbidly obese should be cutting their macros drastically, but look, this is what I always see. This is the pattern that I see with crash dieting. I see a lot of people cut their macros significantly. You know, my boy Hugo Mendoza, he is a prime example of this on Facebook. You know, I see people that cut their macros drastically. They'll cut them down to like 3,500. They'll come down to 2,700 or 2,500, and you're gonna get a hell of a lot of gains. You know, your graph. If you're looking at a graph, you know, right. Your graph is going to start here, and then it's gonna go down exponentially. But then you're going to flatline eventually, and then it's gonna, you know, curve down over time. So what I'm thinking is, I would rather curve down over time and then have, like, you know, sharp weight loss, you know, spurts, you know, where I, like, you know, I might hit a 10, or I might hit a 20, or I might hit a 30, you know what I'm saying, 20 pounds lost or something like that. But in order to do that, I'm thinking logically, you know, keep my carbs really, really high and decrease them over time, and keep my fat and proteins moderately the same. Most of my protein is coming from, you know, chicken thighs. Chicken breasts, I find they're really hard to cook, you know what I'm saying? It's like keeping chicken breasts moist and juicy and tender. It's like, it's really difficult. And chicken breasts, like, you know, white meat in general, if you leave that stuff to sit overnight, I mean, you know, you're gonna have to boil it to eat it the next day. And even then, you know, it's still tough to eat. So our main source of protein, of course, is chicken. I also eat a decent bit of red meat. You know, we have ribeye. Occasionally we'll have T-bone. Occasionally, like tonight, we had a pot roast. Occasionally, you know, I'll have pork. I don't really have a lot of pork in my diet. Not that I'm Muslim or anything, but pork is just a very fatty meat, and it tends not to agree with me that much. And, you know, I have irritable bowel syndrome, so I have to keep track of saturated fats and what kind of fats are coming into my body. So I kind of tend to, you know, keep pork on a once to twice a week basis. But I haven't had pork actually probably in like 2, maybe 3 weeks. So, you know, those are my main pork. I have shrimp occasionally. I have eggs occasionally. You know, I might have eggs and shrimp once a week, maybe twice a week if I make my Sith fried rice. And I'm trying to think if there's any beans. I love chili, but I haven't been eating a lot of chili lately. So you know, I haven't been really getting a lot of protein from beans as well. So those are my main go-to staple protein sources. There's probably some other protein sources that I want to incorporate in my diet. Like I do want to get a bit more fish, but you know, I might just get some fish oils and just call it a fucking day. And that's it. Now, carb sources. My carb sources mainly come from white rice, mainly jasmine, cow rolls, or long grain. I get my actual. Also, I have my protein. I have a protein shake once every other day. I don't really have protein like that. Protein is kind of like a hard macronutrient for me to get in. I have protein shakes like once every other day. Sometimes only 2-3 times a week. It just depends because sometimes I'm just lazy. I don't feel like going through the rigmarole of cleaning a blender and all that. So carb sources mainly sugar. I mean not sugar, but actually sugar. I'm still drinking regular sodas, but not as frequently. I still drink juice, not as frequently. Yes, I know it's bad, but you know it is what it is. I'm working on it. White potatoes, French fries, baked French fries, not fried. Rice, also beans as well. Trying to think, where else do I get my carbs from? Bread, but I'm not really a big, huge bread eater, but sometimes I'll have a sandwich or a hamburger. I've actually been eating subs lately, so yeah, I haven't get my carbs from there. And veggies, you know, I get a lot of carbs from veggies too, although this week, I haven't been eating a lot of veggies this week. This week's just been a weird week for me. I've been hella busy. I haven't been getting my meals in the way that I wanted to. I've been out and about because I started my new business, so that's about it on that. Fats, the majority of my fats come from either olive oil, canola oil, saturated fat from like animal proteins, or I'm trying to think of any other fats that I have. Sesame seed oil and hot chili oil. I use sesame. I don't use a lot of sesame seed oil, but you know, in our family, we've kind of become kind of Asian-fied, and so I get a decent bit of fat from the Asian oils and stuff. So that's pretty much it. Sugar wise, I'm not really a big sweet eater, but I have been in love with pineapple sorbet. If you can find that shit, they sell it at Walmart. Pineapple sorbet is the shit. And I put it in my protein shakes, and I make like a kind of a high carb shake out of it with milk. Oh yeah, milk. I get a lot of my carbs from milk as well. So that's my carbs and fats. My diet is pretty simple. Now, I will admit, over the past month, I have been eating out a lot. You know what I'm saying? I've been eating some foods that I shouldn't be eating, like fried chicken, greasy food. I had McDonald's a couple times, and I had like a Costco pizza. But like I said, those are not frequent over the week. You know what I'm saying? But boy's still dropping weight. And while I'm on this journey, I'm slowly cutting things out here and there. I get a lot of water. Well, not a lot, but a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a consistent water drinker, but every day I try to get at least 64 ounces of water. Now I'm shooting for 92, and I'm slowly creeping up to that 1 gallon, which is 128 ounces. So those are my macros. That's how I'm eating. I'm going to do some eating with Sith vlogs pretty soon. So you guys can kind of see how I'm eating and stuff like that. And I'm just getting back into the tracking macros mode. You know what I'm saying? So I can start weighing stuff. The quality on the channel is gonna go up a little bit. I gotta learn how to video edit and all that stuff so you guys can see all the cool stuff. But that's pretty much it, man. I just my diet isn't super complex, but it can be complex at times because I don't always prepare my meals. My mom does, and she's new into the macro thing. Some of my my vices, snacks, I need to alter my snacking. You know what I'm saying? Like chips is a vice. What else is a vice? that I have. I don't really have a lot of vices. I have some candy every now and then, but it's not like, you know, frequent. You know, my main problem is I just eat calorie dense foods. So, you know, I eat a lot when I do eat. I don't eat frequently, but I eat a lot when I do. So that's something I'm working on. I'm working on having my meals more frequently. But anyway, this video is about going on 10 minutes, so I don't want to hold you long. But as always, down into the description is all of my social media links, so be sure to add your boy. But anyway, this is Hellavation, aka Fasted Sith. Be good, or be good at it, bitches. I will see you in the next video.